For decades, Bill Murray was more than a Hollywood actor. He was a cultural legend, known for his deadpan humor, unpredictable public appearances, and spontaneous interactions with fans. He built an image unlike any other celebrity. Stories of him crashing college parties, washing dishes at strangers' homes, and photobombing weddings made him feel approachable, authentic, and endlessly charming. His off-screen eccentricity seemed to perfectly mirror the quirky characters he played on screen, earning him admiration not just for his talent, but for his personality. But in recent years, that carefully crafted image has begun to unravel. Behind the myth of spontaneous charm, industry insiders have long whispered about troubling behavior that was ignored, excused, or reframed as just Bill being Bill. In 2025, those whispers became impossible to dismiss, forcing both Hollywood and fans to confront a much darker reality. The turning point came in April 2022, during production of Being Mortal, a $35 million film directed by Aziz Ansari and starring Bill Murray alongside Seth Rogen. Filming abruptly shut down after a female crew member filed a formal complaint accusing Murray of inappropriate behavior on set. According to reports confirmed by People magazine, Murray allegedly kissed the much younger production assistant while both were wearing masks under COVID protocols, stood uncomfortably close to her, and engaged in unwanted physical contact. The studio, Searchlight Pictures, owned by Disney, immediately suspended production pending an investigation. Despite the massive financial investment, filming never resumed. 3 years later, Being Mortal remains effectively canceled. Murray reportedly reached a settlement with the crew member for approximately $100,000, accompanied by a strict non-disclosure agreement. The decision to abandon a project of this scale signaled just how seriously the allegations were taken. In January 2025, Murray finally addressed the incident in an interview with The Guardian. Rather than offering a clear apology, he described the situation as a difference of opinion and insisted his actions were meant as a joke. Most concerning was his admission that this wasn't the first time he had behaved this way. He acknowledged that he had done this kind of thing before and believed it used to get laughs. Critics noted that Murray focused heavily on his own discomfort, saying he felt barbecued, while failing to directly acknowledge the impact on the woman involved. Hollywood's reaction was unusually quiet. There was no wave of public defenses from co-stars. Instead, cautious distance. One of the most significant responses came from Scarlett Johansson, who starred with Murray in Lost in Translation, directed by Sofia Coppola. In a 2025 Vanity Fair profile, Johansson stated that what happened was really bad and that Murray had to face hard truths. Her carefully chosen words carried weight, signaling a shift in how the industry viewed him. Weeks later, on The Tonight Show, he unexpectedly grabbed and kissed actress Naomi Watts on live television. The moment, captured on camera, showed Watts visibly startled. She later posted online, writing that consent matters always, everywhere. As public perception shifted, past stories resurfaced with new meaning. Director Harold Ramis, Murray's longtime collaborator on Ghostbusters, Caddyshack, and Groundhog Day, had once described Murray as volatile and emotionally abusive during filming. Actor Richard Dreyfuss, who worked with Murray on What About Bob, claimed Murray threw an ashtray at his head. Lucy Liu recalled being verbally targeted during Charlie's Angels, while Gina Davis described repeated boundary violations during Quick Change, including unwanted physical contact during public appearances. A troubling pattern emerged, one that disproportionately affected women, particularly those with less power. Multiple anonymous accounts from crew members describe uncomfortable interactions, unwanted advances, and situations where speaking up could jeopardize careers. Experts point to the power imbalance, noting that consent cannot exist when one person controls another's professional future. Murray's long-standing refusal to have an agent, once portrayed as quirky independence, is now being reassessed. Industry insiders suggest it created a system with no accountability, no intermediaries, and no mechanism to address complaints before they escalated. In 2025, the distinction between eccentric genius and harmful behavior has collapsed. Bill Murray's story is no longer just about comedy or nostalgia. It's about accountability, power, and the cost of looking away for too long.